This is my personal theory regarding the selection of the gods in Dragon Ball Super, mainly focusing on the gods of destruction. Of course, please bear in mind that this video was at the infancy of the universe survival arc, so we may get details supporting or debunking this theory. So hello and welcome to Dimsy's Domain. And yeah, so after initially thinking that all the roles regarding the Kaioshins and Hakaioshins were predetermined via a birthright, I am changing my stance and I will give you my own god selection theory. Remember Zamasu? Zamasu was trained to be a Kaioshin, but he was a special case and it did not confirm nor deny my Dragon Ball god selection theory, but it did put Akira Toriyama's interview regarding the origins of the Kaioshins from the Dragon Ball Super exciting guide in 2009 into severe question, as it was 2009 and we seem to be expanding the lore of the god hierarchy through Dragon Ball Super. I do believe that this is all being retconned, so no Shinjin tree, no Makaioshin or being born a Kaioshin from a golden fruit, although we may get nods right there and then to acknowledge it. With the new Beerus looking character showcased in the second opening for Dragon Ball Super, it confirms to me personally that first I do think that he's from the Beerus race, but it confirms to me that the gods of destruction, even them, they are selected. There is no birthright regarding whom are chosen to be the god of destruction, which can be quite evident from the different species showcased from the 12 gods of destruction themselves. The only position that seems to be predetermined is that of an angel. However, they seem to all be insentient beings or maybe semi-sentient beings, as they are just watchers for the gods of destructions to ensure that they're doing the job well. And that makes perfect sense for someone to watch over the god of destruction, since you'd expect them to have a life completely different to their new life of destruction. Remember this, before being chosen, which I believe they're chosen, before that they probably lived a good portion of their lives at that time doing their own thing. Look at Goku, Vegeta, look at them, they have a whole different life of foes that they had and just all these adventures before Whis also offered them, hey, do you want to be a god of destruction? And they said nah. So you'd expect that Beerus, Champa and the other gods of destruction, if they were chosen, they had their own life. Unlike the Kaioshin, who possibly had a lengthy lifespan as a Kaio, which is the equivalent of a Kinkai, North, West, South Kai, wherever you have it, but they are going to be familiar with the role because they've had a lengthy lifespan of, let's say, a couple of million years to familiarize themselves and discipline themselves for the potential role of a Kaioshin. And you also need to be disciplined and just have that patience to be a proper and a really good Kaio. Remember, Zamasu was fast-tracked due to his abilities regarding combat. So these are many factors which get involved regarding why Zamasu went off the rails, and that's a video for another day. And as mentioned earlier regarding Whis always searching and asking Goku and Vegeta, it gives context and more context and reasoning to why Whis is always looking for new gods of destruction. Also, it seems that Whis does not sleep, so when Beerus sleeps, he is always observing the universe, scouting and always taking note of the strongest fighters in the respective universe. So how do I reckon Beerus and Champa were chosen? Well, here is the beginning of my theory. I believe that two twin brothers were born with extraordinary power as they grew up and had sibling rivalries and continuously destroying stuff. Many things were destroyed alongside planets, and this may be a little bit dark, but I kind of hope their fighting destroyed their own homeworld, their parents, or a significant portion of their homeworld. Now, this part is not really too necessary, but it sounds kind of nice. But if the two brothers were then orphans with no prior or lingering connections such as family or other factors that tie them down, they become the perfect candidates to become Hakaioshins. That's one of the reasons why Vegeta and Goku said no, because they have other connections. If anything, Goku is more likely to be a Hakaishin since he doesn't care too much about others around him compared to Vegeta, but still none of them will take on the role. That was a little extra detail I hope for, but the point being, the two brothers Beerus and Champa show extraordinary destructive power, but they also show a glimmer or a sense of justice or the ability to determine what is right, what is wrong. Even if their perspective is skewed and incorrect, they will still show that ability to choose between good and bad, necessary and irrelevant. The point is, they just won't hesitate to destroy things if they determine it good or bad, whatever their interpretation may be. And this could be destroying a planet for bad food. as food is important to both Beerus and Champa. Thus, for them, it's a logical and it's justified to destroy that planet. Well, that was my potential backstory for the brothers, but I believe that after a candidate is chosen, there will always be a ritual, and this will also take into account the other gods, whether it be gods of planets, Kaioshins, and even the Super Saiyan god. The Super Saiyan god is actually a piece of evidence that you always need a ritual or a helping hand to be able to tap into this godly realm of power. Be it a ritual or an emissary who determines who becomes a god, aka Whis or another angel. Of course, this could be disproven if Kaabe or Kaba becomes Super Saiyan Blue through sheer hard work and training, which will be kind of stupid. Regarding the fruits of the rituals, let's break it down a little. For the Hakaioshins, it will give them the power of destruction, the signature move of Beerus titled Hakai, which he used to destroy Zamasu in the Future Trunks storyline, but of course that was another timeline, Zamasu. I would expect the other gods of destruction to also have that ability, the ability of Hakai. In addition, as you'd expect them to be mortal beforehand or demi-mortal in the Kaioshin case, I expect this ritual to also give them a vastly increased lifespan, to the extent whereby the length of time is so long people may class it as being immortal. However, they are not immortal. Beerus is definitely over 75 million years old, as he sealed Elder Kai into the Z-Sword. But if this lifespan, if his own lifespan was just 150 million years, it's very long, but he's not immortal. I would also say that the Hakaishin gained the ability to sense God Ki, but if they've been watched for a while and then chosen for the role, I assume that they've been taught how to tap into God Ki by the angels before being assigned to the role. I believe that the angels will take them on as students, and then they will choose after a period of time whether they are fit for the role to be a god of destruction, if they're trustworthy enough. Or maybe the angels don't even choose, maybe it's the Grand Priest who's still an angel, or even Zeno himself. Now, for the Kaioshin, it will give them an increased ability of sight. This is the ritual, by the way. It will give them an increased ability of foresight so that they can watch more vast space, more of the galaxy, more of the universe. In addition, I believe their creation abilities will be exponentially increased, such that they are able to keep up with the destruction ability of the Hakaishin. Therefore, even their abilities for the Kaioshin and Hakaishin in terms of destruction is proportional to the rate of creation. I do believe that the Kaioshin choose a pre-existing Kaio to then become an apprentice Kaioshin before becoming a fully fledged Kaioshin after graduating. Why do I think that? Well, simply put, remember how Gowasu showed us all these techniques to see how fit or to prepare a Kaioshin to become a Kaioshin. It felt as if that there was a pre-existing curriculum set to determine if someone was fit for the role of Kaioshin, so it's like school in a sense. For the gods of the planet, such as Kami, Dende, or whomever preceded them or predated them, I believe a ritual is done through either a pre-existing god of the planet to pass on the legacy, or Mr. Popo. They will inherit the ability for an increased foresight, similar to the Kaios and Kaioshins, but only on a planetary scale. They will also be able to sense God Ki. So that's essentially my god selection for you. What are your thoughts? Agree, disagree, or do you have your own crazy, wacky, quacky theory? Make sure to like, share, and tell me down below. I really want to know. Oh, a quick little heads up. I've made a video regarding an evil angel in the form of, let's say, Daishinkan, an evil Omni-King in the form of Zeno, and of course an evil Kaioshin, and that was Zamasu. I think it's about time I make a video regarding an evil god of destruction. I got a little theory on it, and let's see how that plays out. That's gonna probably be released sometime next week, so like, share if you want to check it out. Yeah, subscribe. You will now exit Dim's domain. Thank you very much, and goodbye.